Hello friends, my name is Aditi and welcome to my channel Raj Ocean of Knowledge, Knowledge for Everyone. So today we'll be continuing with our next topic in our math series, which is functions. So today I again want to request that please don't forget to comment, share and subscribe to the channel and hit the like button down there as well as the bell icon so you never miss any update of this channel. So without wasting time, let's get started. So this lesson will include functions, composite functions, and best functions. The three things: first level, second level, and third level. Okay? So we'll tackle with them one by one. Functions. Expressions such as 4x minus 9 is like in which the variable is x is called a function of x. Okay, so an expression in which variable is x, so that is known as a function of x. So we can write functions in two ways, or I'm just telling you how the question will be. All right, that will be in f of x is equal to 4x minus 9 or f of x is equal to 4x minus 9. Now you see we say them in the same way, but the signs are different. We are using brackets in the first one and we are using colon, slash and arrow in the second one. So we write them in a different way, but we say them in the same way. So do they mean the same? Yes, they do. They mean the same thing. Okay, so if you get f bracket x bracket close is equal to 4fx minus 9, okay, that means the same thing as f colon x slash joined with arrow is 4x minus 9. So that these both things mean the same thing. So you solve them like the same way. All right. So just don't get confused. The question can come in any of from any of these two ways. All right. Examples: f of x is equal to 3x minus 5. Evaluate a f of 2. Now you must be thinking how we can do this. All right, now we can do this by by just taking that 2 instead of x. All right, that means that if we write f of x, right, or f of 2, like the question is f of 2 and we are writing f of x in the question. The f of x is written in the question right there, as you can see. Just a minute. Okay, so that, like you can see here, it's f of x, right, and it's f of 2. That means we are taking 2 instead of this x. So that means simple, x is equal to 2 in this case, right? So now x is equal to 2 in this case, so f of 2 would equal to 3 into 2, or 3 of 2 minus 5. That means 3 into 2, which is 6, minus 5 would be 1. So the answer would be f of 2 would equal to minus 1 for this function, like according to this function. So remember, when you have f of 2 or f of x, right, when you have any numeric placed in place of x, that means that x is equal to 2, all right, or at the same place where the x is. Okay, when any numeric is placed in the question at the same place where the x is, that means x is equal to that numeric or that number. All right, in simple words. So b is f of minus 2. Same thing, x is equal to minus 2 in this case. So x is equal to minus 2 in this case. So therefore 3 into minus 2 would be minus 6, and minus 6 minus 5 would be minus 11. Answer would be f of minus 2 is equal to minus 11. Simple? Okay, so C. Now f of 0 is nothing different. It'll be solved in the same way. 3 of 0, or 3 into 0, which is 0, and 0 minus 5 would be minus 5. Now here x is equal to 0. You must have understood that. Alright? So answer is equal to f of 0 is equal to minus 5. So that's your final answer. That's how you find all the answers. The question, I think that's very simple according to me, and if you practice questions, if it's sounding difficult to you, if you practice questions, that'll sound very easy to you now, like afterwards, right? The next example was f colon x slash arrow that 2x plus 6 divided by 3, right? So 2x plus 6 divided by 3 is the function. It's basically the same as f bracket x bracket close is equal to 2x plus 6 divided by 3. So it will be solved in a similar way. I've written in a simplified way, in a simplified manner. So the 3 is replacing x here. But you find the answer, okay? You find the answer, or sorry, the question in this way, in this manner, okay? F of 3, okay? F in brackets 3, right, would be given to you, and then here also x would equal to 3, okay? Just remember that the format is almost the same. Alright, and the way of writing is also almost the same. So f of 3 is equal to 2 into 3, because it's 2x. 2 into 3, 6 plus 6 is 12. And 12 divided by 3 is simple, 4. Right? So the answer is f of 3. You know how it's written. So remember, the question would be asked in the similar way. I've just written the first manner for, like, the formatted manner for you. Okay, the question would be asked in brackets, and the function, the question's function, would be given in colon and all that, right? Slash. So you'll write answer as f of 3 is equal to 4. Done. Your answer is done there. So if we take f of 1.5, okay, so x has 1.5, so 2 into 1.5 would be 3, and 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So answer is f of 1.5 is equal to 3. Now third part, or the C, is f of minus 1. So that means x is equal to minus 1. So therefore 2 into minus 1 plus 6 divided by 3. Therefore 2 into minus 1 will be minus 2. Minus 2 plus 6 is 4. And 4 divided by 3 would be your answer. So you can either solve it. Okay, most, the most good way would be solving it, because for most of you, you would be given for solving it to the end. Alright, or you may lose marks if you write in fraction, but according to my board, the IGCSE board, right, the answer we can write it in fractions. But if you are in CBSE board or in another board, you have to check with the Barton, but it's best to write at, like, totally simplified, so you'll not even lose marks. You don't have the fear of losing marks, right? So you can write 4 divided by 3, you can solve it in your calculator by mind, right? Anyway, and you'll get the answer. So f of minus 1 will equal to 4 divided by 3 for this particular function. Alright? So composite functions. So these type of functions will have to be combined together to form one answer. And we can find function questions in two ways, like in composite function questions in two ways. G of f of x and f of g of x. Now it sounds a little bit confusing, but we'll see how to solve them, and I'll make this concept clear in your mind just in a few minutes. Alright, so example, f of x is equal to x plus 2, right? G of x is equal to x plus 3. Evaluate f of g of x. Okay, now what you will be doing, put a bracket right here, okay, and then you're first solving for g of x. G of x is, what is g of x? X plus 3. So you know, so f would be x plus 3, that means, right? And therefore your x, like in this f of x, your x would equal to x plus 3. So you just add in the places, you just replace the x by x plus 3, and f of x plus 3, that means x plus 3 plus 2, because it's x plus 2, so it's x plus 3 plus 2, therefore it's x plus 5. The answer is x plus 5. You solve this, you get x plus 5. The answer for f of g of x is equal to x plus 5 for this function. Okay? Alright. So the next question is almost the same thing, right? G of f of x, just the format is getting changed. You just solve first f of x and then go to g of x. So f of x you first solve, so f of x is x plus 2. You know that? So that means g of x, this g of x, right? So it's x would equal to, in g of x is x would equal to x plus 2. Simple. Now you get x plus 2 in every place where there was x. Okay, so x plus 2 would be here, x plus 2. Here we add x plus 2. Now x plus 2 plus 3 is again x plus 5. So the answer is same. G of f of x is equal to x plus 5. The answer is this, x plus 5. For this was the part 1 of this video. Don't forget to watch the part 2 of this video with me, Aditi.
Thanks for watching. Thanks. And please comment, share, and subscribe the channel. Hit the like button down there and the bell icon so you never miss any update on this channel. We want your support, guys. Please support us so that we can make more and more videos for you all and help you as far as we can. Okay, so just this request I made, so please do so. So at the last, take care, stay tuned, and goodbye.